So Donald had a question going back to what we were talking about whether or not we've ever had a blizzard in the Carolinas. And you guys will remember from the beginning of the show that blizzard has a definition of 35 mile per hour winds with blowing or falling snow, reducing visibility to a quarter mile and lasting for 3 or more hours. So Frank, you went back to your wizardry and you've pulled up a graphic that will answer that official definition question. What did you find?
Well, this would be the last time a blizzard warning was issued by the Weather Service offices, and this map shows it around the country. Of course, it's only been a few days since the last blizzard warning issued for some places in the east, and there's currently some blizzard warnings in effect up in the North Dakota, northwest Minnesota, West Texas, and southeast New Mexico, and also up in Alaska too. But for the Carolinas, it has been a long, long, long time since a blizzard warning was issued. Now, this is not an actual blizzard that's occurred. It's just one that was warned for, which was expected to. Now, the Blacksburg office, it's been 3,382 days since they issued one. They cover far northwestern North Carolina, including the Boone area. So it's been a while for them. GSP does have at least one on record, and unfortunately the number didn't show up, but I went and looked in the data. It's been 4,374 days, which according to timeanddate.com takes us back to February 11th, 2010. What happened on February 11th, 2010, or between the 10th and the 14th? A lot of snow, 17 inches at Mount Mitchell, 16.6 at Beech Mountain. Banner Elk had 10.7. Goldsboro had 6, Boone 5.5. A lot of reports of snow across North Carolina. So yeah, I bet that blizzard warning verified. Also, in my favorite Carolina, this is a nice day for snow too. There was 8.6 inches here in Columbia from that storm. I don't think it was a blizzard, but there was a lot of snow from that storm.
That's still a lot of snow, blizzard or not blizzard.
Yeah, I remember that one in Charleston, and that was a good one. I mean, that was legitimate,
yes,
right down
5
here.
inches.
Yeah, I mean, plenty of snowmen.
5 inches
didn't last
North
too
Charleston.
long.
So 2 of them, actually 2 reports there.
Yep,
of about 5 inches.
Yeah,
so the blizzard is probably confined to those higher elevations in the mountains.
Most likely was. I suspect that's where the blizzard warnings were issued, were mountain counties. My recollection is that at least in my lifetime, going back as early as I can remember, I could never remember a blizzard warning being issued for any place in South Carolina. It was close with the 93 storm. Met County, the North Carolina, Charlotte metro counties were under a blizzard warning. I remember hearing that on the radio that it had just been issued. So that's the one time I could remember it for North Carolina outside the mountains. I can't ever remember a blizzard warning being in effect in South Carolina anywhere. Now, that's not saying it hasn't happened, but I don't have any recollection of it.
Yeah, and I think keeping in mind too that the website, Frank, that website that you were using at the Iowa Mesonet, we have a couple people asking about what that is, and if you haven't been to the Iowa Mesonet website, he has hundreds of different ways to plot any piece of weather data you could ever consider. What Daryl Hersman has got going on there is fantastic.
Right. Yeah, I was going to make sure he mentioned his name, Daryl Hersman. We had him on, haven't we? On Carolina Weather Group?
I don't know that we've had him.
No,
I would like to.
We have not. Okay.
We need to.
We ought to get him on.
Yeah, we got to get him on. Yeah, I agree.
Yeah, maybe it was Weatherbrains that had him on.
Yeah, sure, Weatherbrains had him. That was a good episode.
Was I on the podcast or was I watching the podcast?
Yeah, that was a good episode. Definitely recommend it. But what he's got going on there, he's pulling the blizzard warning since the invention of valid time event code, which is a post Weather Service modernization thing.